Keep a good lookout now. He's just going down the runway. Very low level. Watch out. Watch the aeroplane now. Keep your eye on it. Don't look away from it. Oh, and a flick on takeoff from Genardy Elfimov. How about that, eh? Not many people have seen that. Genardy will climb off now, while the Harvard comes back in to finish the display. So back to you, Chris and James.
Rob, over to you, Captain.
Thank you, First Officer. Right, we're just waiting for Genardy to start his display now. Genardy's quite high, out to the left, to the south of the airfield, just positioning himself. This is a Russian all-metal training aircraft. It's 2 seats. It has the Vadendev M14 engine in, which is a 360 horsepower 9-cylinder engine. Very powerful. But the aeroplane is very heavy. So again, it's an energy management display. But Genardy is the master of a Yak-52. So if you like to cast your eyes up high to the left, you'll see the Yak positioning to come in now. He'll start diving in towards us, gaining plenty of speed for his first manoeuvre. Here he comes, screaming down now. The aeroplane indicates airspeed in kilometres, so he'll be reaching about 350 kilometres an hour. Levelling off now, across the sun, up he goes, pulling the G-force, looking out the side, positioning, rolling and tumbling the aeroplane now. Genner's now looking out the side, trying to get the orientation, looking to the crowd line, seeing where he is, to position himself for his next figure. Again, squeezing. As the G-force comes on, there's probably 5 or 6 Gs coming on there. Up he goes, 3/4 rolling the aeroplane, and he's going to do a stall turn now. There he goes, yawing off to the right.
Now, Rob, I remember that Cathy MacDonald told me that Genner is really the sort of Yak-52 king, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Guru Genner, really. There he is, pulling up here, half rolling the aeroplane, and he's going to spin the aeroplane inverted. So if you watch now, where you get your PPLs being conventional training, Genner's now inverted, spinning the aeroplane. Look at that. Here he goes, recovering after 1 turn, powering up and positioning himself nicely in front of the crowd as he pulls up now for 1.5 rolls into a Cuban 8.
When he's doing these manoeuvres, I mean, what's the maximum G you reckon he'd be pulling in one of these manoeuvres, Rob?
The aeroplane, the Yak-52, is stressed to +7 and -5. Within the little secret Yak club, I can tell you, I've got about 200 hours on these things, and they're good for a little bit more than that.
Right. So he'll be pulling -5 and +7.
Well, he'll be pulling probably +6, +7 G, and some bits in the display will be sort of -3. He's now aiming straight at the ground, pulling himself out.
Now, Rob, we've got 3 or 4 of these aircraft based at White Waltham. Is this a Waltham-based aircraft?
This is a Waltham-based aircraft. Genardy has borrowed it to give us this wonderful display for the day. There's probably a good half a dozen Yak-52s here, and a very, very popular aeroplane with people looking to get into aerobatics and the sort of semi-pseudo warbirds.
One of the lovely things about White Waltham is the complete mixture of aircraft we've got. I mean, we had the Tiger Moths earlier, now we've got the Yak-52, we had the Nanchang and everything, we've got the PA-28s, we've got the Super Cub, we've got the lot here, haven't we?
We've got the lot. This is the home of everything, really, isn't it? And Genner now recovering there from a figure called an abracadabra. Pulling up now. Watch this aeroplane. He's going to pull the throttle back, so he's going vertically up. He's going to close the throttle. Look, see the prop going around? Falling, falling. There he goes, reversing, probably 50, 60 miles an hour that was. Opening the throttle now, and then recovering energy again. Very heavy aeroplane to fly this is, as he goes through a rolling circle. Look at the aeroplane, it changes heading through 90 degrees, but it's also rolling through 360 degrees. So, very complex figure. It's all about knowing where to look.
Inverted at the moment, flicking around the right way up.
Yeah, rolling the right way up.
Do you know the control inputs in a rolling circle, Rob?
I do indeed. It's all about where you look, and you're picking out references at 45 and 90 degrees. Competition aerobatics, there are 2 types of rolling circles. Heading changes through 90, and heading changes through 120 degrees. The aeroplane there just doing a stall turn. Genardy's now positioning for a figure called an avalanche. The aeroplane will do a loop-the-loop, but watch at the top of it. He'll load the aeroplane and flick it, auto-rotate it through 360 degrees. There you go. Flicking to the right, and then continues through the loop. Now he's coming down the back, accelerating to 260, 270 kilometers, putting about 4 to 5 Gs there. As he pulls up now for a Cuban 8, watch the aeroplane go all the way round. You're going to see a half roll and another auto-rotating flick again. Maybe not at that altitude. Yep, he's going to do one. There you go.
Wow.
He is the master. Good job, really.
And does Genardy fly any other aircraft, or is he really just specifically Yak 52?
He specialises in the 52. He's got thousands of hours. I did 10 years ago some 52 training with him when I bought into a Yak 52. And yeah, he's a master.
Putting straight up there into the sun. Isn't that a beautiful shot?
And this is a figure called a Humpty Bump. Vertically up, and then he pulls and vertically down. He's now going to position himself. Look at the aeroplane, the top of the aeroplane as he comes down, sliding the aeroplane. Very uncomfortable sitting in there. You're pushed against the side of the cockpit. Now, I ask you to keep your eye on Genardy now. He's going to pull up. He's now looking at the runway, keeping a very, very close eye on his runway heading, because he's now going the opposite way down the runway, which doesn't really make a lot of sense if he wants to land. So Genardy has a good solution to this. He looks for the numbers. There's the 03 runway. He's going to pull up, watch the aeroplane roll. There it goes. Retractable undercarriage, this aeroplane. Look at that. Wheels are out. How does he do that? He's now, again, looking at the 03 numbers. Flaps are out. Wheels are down. Hey presto. Is he going to make it? I think he needs a bit of cheering here. Is he going to make it? Big round of applause. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. He's down. Big round of applause. Genardy Elfimov, the Russian expert.
That was just magnificent. And ladies and gentlemen, don't try that at home.
Please don't.
He's just such a stunning act to watch, Rob, isn't he?
He's fantastic.
He's just extraordinary. I love that.
He makes that aeroplane
never
do things amazing.
I'm very impressed with you, Rob. I've never met you before, but here you are giving this articulate commentary and knowing exactly what these pilots are going to do. I thought, this is a very clever man here. He knows, he can read the minds of all these pilots. I see you've got a little bit of a naughty thing here. You've got a diagram that looks rather like a wiring diagram from a battleship.
Far from a wiring diagram. This is an Arresti sequence that when most display pilots fly their act, they will supply the commentator with a script. However, I'm from a competition background, so I can read something called Arresti, which looks like a wiring diagram, as you say. So I can actually predict what Genardy's going to do and hopefully give you a little bit of heads up as to what's going to happen. So I'm reading these.
A fantastic skill to read that and commentate at the same time. Rob, thank you very much.
And stand up on crutches.
We'll be talking and stand up on crutches. Yes, that wasn't a flying accident.
It was a flying accident.
Oh
yes.
dear, we won't talk about that. Okay, thanks, Rob, very
You're
much
very welcome.
indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the